I love being here.
All right, here we are back again.
How are you, Sheriff?
You're cracking me up.
I'm sorry. It's a good day.
What you been doing? Tell us about what Captain Blake Grooms with the Lawrenceburg Police Department's been doing these days.
Well, trying to get better. And these knees have gave me a fit. But
if you'd known you'd live this long, you'd took better care of yourself.
I've always heard people tell me that my whole entire life. But when you're young, you're just like, whatever, I'm doing just fine. And then one morning you wake up and you're 40, and you're like, why am I hurting?
Did I ever tell you about where I turned 40 at? Baghdad, Iraq.
Really?
Baghdad. I turned 40 in Baghdad. Yeah. That was one of my more memorable birthdays. I remember turning 16. I think I remember turning 21. I don't really remember turning 30. It wasn't that big of a deal. But I remember 40 because it was not in the best situation when I turned 40. I really don't remember turning 50.
Did they have you a birthday cake in Baghdad?
No, I didn't get a cake. I didn't get any candles. I didn't get nothing. But come get your dog. It's loose.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
What have you been up to?
We burnt. So last night I had a meeting, a dinner meeting that I was sitting at, and my drug guys sent me a text message and said, "Hey, can you give us a call? We got something we need some help with." So I stepped out and gave them a call. Well, you remember back in the day when the governor's task force would come in and we'd do marijuana eradication.
Oh, yeah. The eradication,
the hat.
Yeah.
I was hoping you was going to ask me about my hat, but you never did. So they were in town and doing flyovers, and they found some. So the ground team was getting ready to go in and pull it, but they didn't know what to do with it. They had to do something with it. And we didn't want to leave it in the impound lot unattended. Sure didn't want to put it in the bay at CID because it would have stunk up the whole building for days. And so I said, well, y'all just need to get it burnt. Just burn it somewhere. Just go get 5 gallons of diesel and burn it. And he said, well, where are we going to burn it? So I made a couple of phone calls, and I got a hold of Tyler McDowell, and they wound up taking it over at the fire department training facility over on the other side of the highway department, and we had a bonfire last night.
Awesome.
But a truckload of marijuana.
That was some of my probably funner times is working with the governor's eradication task force. I can remember one time we were in another county, and the guys in the choppers are just great. I mean, they're great. And you can tell the veterans from some of the newer guys, but on this certain occasion, we had a veteran, and he gave us coordinates, and we pull up to this field, and we're just kind of looking around, and we really don't see anything. He's like, okay, walk, west, northwest into the field, and we're doing it. And we're looking around. We don't see anything. And the chopper pilot was like, you're standing right on top of it. And, we're looking down like, dude, what? And sure enough, the whole crop was about that big. But my understanding from the air, it gives off a certain, like, purplish kind of, I don't know, like a faded purple color. Compared to all the other, weeds and
easier to see
plants.
from the air than it is right there in front of you.
He, in his mind, he had to be like, you bunch of dummies, you're standing right in the middle. But nobody could tell that we were in the middle of a marijuana patch. But sure enough, they were about that tall.
It used to be a regular thing every year. You could count on the governor's drug task force to come into the county and fly over. I can remember going when I was a young deputy, but I was going with Paul Schultz all the time. Paul Schultz was like the marijuana eradication guy in the county. That's all he did was hunt marijuana in the summer months. But that was a big deal because we all look forward to it, and you get to dress up in your camo and just go in there and cut dope and bring it out. But anyway, it brought back some memories last night when I got over there. And
them old National Guard trucks with no air conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hated them things.
Yeah. Well, it's the the governor's task force guys, they got some nice stuff. Now they got some nice 4-wheelers, and two of my guys went with them to get that pulled. And I don't remember where they said it was, but somebody's not happy today because it was I don't know, it was probably about 6 or 8 foot tall.
How many plants?
I don't know, just a truckload.
Just a bunch.
There was a full truckload. I got some pictures on my phone, and then a trailer load.
Sweet.
So it was quite a bit, and anyway, we got it all burnt late last night and left out of there.
I like it when we can measure our drug busting truck loads versus
truckload,
plants or ounces or stuff like that.
So you and I know you know about it, but we're keeping it really under the radar. This news from last week, the Thursday before Labor Day.
Oh yes.
I can't wait to give it up, but I can't. I got to sit on it for a while because we're not done yet. But it's like Christmas morning. You got some big presents under there, but you got to wait until you can open them. This is going to be this is going to be the biggest news in our county.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
For a long time. I mean, we made history. I've been telling people we made history last week.
Yep.
I wish I could give the viewers and some people a little bit of what we did, but we gotta wait because there's some other stuff we're working on and it's not done yet. But hopefully in 30 days, maybe 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, we'll have it all wrapped up, and then we can let everybody know what we did. But it's a months long investigation.
Well, there's a lot of investigations that last a lot longer than months that don't yield nowhere near what happened. I was so surprised when I got the phone call. I was sitting in my recliner. When I got the phone, I stood up in my living room and I was like, "Do what?"
Yeah.
And I was, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy."
Yeah.
So I can't wait until you make it public because that
made a lot of people. We made thousands of tax-paying citizens in this county very happy, but there's also a few criminals that are hating life, and they have been for a while. We had I got some stats here. We're going to go over in just a minute. We had this has been an interesting week as far as calls and what kind of calls we've been dealing with. We had an individual that I don't know if it's been determined if he fell or if he jumped off the bridge there at West Point Road, but that was something that got a lot of people's attention. I mean, it's something that don't normally happen.
A lot of people was talking about that yesterday,
we had another known or fairly known individual. I knew him a little bit. Died of a heart attack 2 days ago. I think it was the same day. Yeah, it was the same day. But life's short, man. You better be ready. Because it seems like every week there's another tragic accident or something going on around here.
And we ain't getting no younger.
So let's talk a little bit about our calls in August. We just released this today. And the numbers are a little bit different than normal. And so I was talking to some of my people about why our numbers were a little bit different. And I think it's the type of calls. So there was a total of 1,114 calls, 1,114 calls for the month, right? For the month of August. We average it's right around 1,000 is what we average. Some days, some months it's in the 9s. Some I've seen it as high as in the 12s, but it's usually 9 to 1,100 calls a month is what we average. But I think it's the type of calls that we've been at, because if you look down through there, you'll see that we only served 228 papers, and we only had where's the arrests?
Only 57 animal calls. But no, total arrest 151.
151. And I think that's due to the type of calls, because normally when you have more calls, deputies have less time for traffic stops, less time to serve papers, civil papers and criminal papers, because if you look at the if you look at the traffic stops, there's only 86 traffic stops recorded. Right. That's usually in the 200s, you know. But yeah, that 57 animal calls is right on par.
She still holding.
It's right on par, man. This new guy, that our animal control deputy, he's staying busy. He texted me today. People know that I'm a dog lover, and I've had 8. I think I've had 8 working dogs throughout my career. But he sent me a text and he said, "Hey, do you want a German Shepherd puppy?" And I said, "Where from and who had?" I mean, I just give him a battery of texts back. Well, then he comes in. He says, "You want to come out and look at it?" Well, it's not a puppy. It's a half grown dog. Pretty German Shepherd. I guess it was found over off Bird Road, maybe somewhere, and some neighbors said it had been hanging around there for a couple, 3 days. Huh. But it had a choker, and then it had a flat collar on it, and real solid dog. I mean, it's just a young shepherd, pretty shepherd too. And anyway, so if anybody anybody watches this, and you're missing a German Shepherd, and you're in the Bird Road community, check with Ginger at the animal shelter, because I think they took it there to.
That's somebody's dog.
Exactly. So I don't know, but it was a cool little dog. I mean, I got a leash. I mean, he works good on a leash. I got him out of the truck and put him on a leash, and it was like I went back in time. I went back in time.
I say we had 2 SWAT deployments.
That was the same. That was the same house. That was a residence where we had information that a guy that we were looking for, a pretty dangerous individual, was staying. And so they deployed to that house one time, and he wasn't there. And I think the second time they just missed him. And then I think he realized that he better turn himself in, because we was hot on his heels. So he turned himself in that night or that next day. But yeah, that was the 2 from that. And then the rest of it's just the normal stuff that we respond to. 28 wrecks, 21 funeral escorts, 21's a popular number. Mm-hmm. 21 mental transports, 25 domestics. We're still averaging on domestics almost 2 a day. If you go back and you look at the months prior to August. And yeah, the rest of it is just pretty much what you expect to see. 38 suspicious activity or persons. I also had motorist assist included in on that. A lot of people maybe not, they don't know what a motorist assist is, but it's when we come across a disabled vehicle, or somebody having some mechanical problems or something, or we change a tire for a little old lady or something like that, that counts as a motorist assist. So it's something else we do. But also, I think the animal shelter was on maybe the day before yesterday. They've got a banquet. They've got their fundraising banquet coming up Saturday night. So if you don't have a ticket,
where's it going to be?
I don't know. You have to check the website, or I think it's down off Glendale Road, but I'm not sure about that. But it's on their Facebook side, I'm sure. But that'll be Saturday night, and yours truly will be waiting tables.
Really?
I'll be taking orders and waiting tables. That's right.
Will you be in a tux?
No. I'll go as far as a white shirt and some khakis, but
okay.
I don't even wear a tie unless I have to.
See, I think the tie would bring it home just a little bit. Mm-mm. You got to play the part. You're out there raising money.
Not happening.
Well, we know how particular you are whenever it comes to outfits and raising money.
I got a few things that I put my foot down on, and that's. So we're going to try some different stuff this evening, and I'm glad we're finally getting here, because we've been talking about doing this on the show
for a long time.
For a while, yeah. And this is going to be kind of the maiden voyage on this thing. What we're going to do is we're going to start critiquing some either dash cam or body cam or security camera footage of either traffic stops or A canine apprehension, that's my favorite.
Oh,
If somebody was to break in and hack into my phone or my computer and look and see what I'm looking at and Googling and looking at on YouTube.
Oh, mercy.
It would be canine apprehensions.
Okay.
And maybe some people falling, people tripping or something. Your monkeys crack me up too, But
monkeys. Okay. All right then.
But if I'm scrolling on my phone, if I'm on TikTok or if I got a few minutes and I'm looking at something on YouTube, canine apprehension, I can sit and watch them for hours.
Oh, all day.
Because if you're a dog lover and you love to see animals work. I mean, I love to see any kind of a dog work. I love to see duck dogs. I love to see bird dogs. Beagle dogs. I mean, any kind of a hunting dog. I just love to watch dogs work.
I ought to kick you, with all due respect. I love you, but you costed me a lot of sleep one night. So I took your advice and I went home and I looked up falconry. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about catching squirrels, catching rabbits. Listen, these jokers down in Texas have got these golden, and I know I'm getting off to the side here.
It's all right, I do it all the time.
They've got these golden eagles, which are larger than the bald eagle.
Really?
And these fellas in Texas, they ain't hunting no squirrel. They're hunting coyote.
Really?
They're hunting jackrabbit that is like 45 pounds. Like this one, which was a rescue eagle, she had one claw missing on one foot, if that's how you say it. But she'd swoop down and she'd grab a hold of that jackrabbit and she'd take it up into the air like 50 feet and then drop it, and then come dive down on it, land right on its neck, and boom, there was the kill shot. But yeah, she also had 14 coyote kills.
That's so cool.
This guy, on average, if I understood him right, traps 1,100. That's not counting the misses. This is successfully trapping 1,100 or whatever it is, like jackrabbit, coyote, or whatever. This bird has 1,100 kills on average a year. Mm-hmm. Listen, I stayed up till like 6 a.m. watching this stuff. I mean, I noticed the daylight and I seen what time it was. I was like, Myers, I'm going to kill you. I can't tell you how many hours upon hours.
I'm still going to try to do it if I can find the time.
It's amazing.
I've got all the study manuals. You got to take the test, and then you got to get the what do they call it? The moose, it's MUSE, I think. It's the place where you put them.
Okay.
TWRA comes out. Have you seen the dog that they deploy out of the airplane?
No.
The parachuting dog. Huh. Can you pull that up? Is there any way that you can find that? It's the coolest thing. I mean, the back hatch of the C-130 opens up, and it's like it's a military dog.
So is this like a bomb dog, an apprehension dog?
It's either it's a dual purpose, or it might be a special force SEAL team or something. If you can find it, you'll see it when they deploy it out the back of the plane. It's and he does it all by himself, man. They don't have to throw him. Dog just takes off and jumps out the back of the plane, and he goes off. I hope he can find it. It's one of the coolest videos you'll ever see.
See, my luck, I'd get a dumb dog, and he'd forget that he didn't, or he wouldn't realize he didn't have a parachute on, and just jump out the back. That would be my luck. So,
well, you've seen the ones where the strike team flies down low in a helicopter, and the dog's got a harness, and they just lean out the helicopter door and let the dog go when they're hovering like 6-8 feet off the ground, and the dog just rolls like 6 or 8 times and gets up and then takes off after the bad guy and catches him. Yeah, but this one actually, they got a parachute on him, and they send him out the back of the plane.
See, again, that stuff amazes me, that you can take an animal like that in 12 weeks, 14, a year later, whatever the case may be.
Some of them, I mean, it takes a certain type of dog. I mean, you can have the right breed, but that dog has to have that mentality. That the dog that I had, the last dog that I had, Vic, came from a kennel up in Ontario, Canada, and that's where our Navy SEALs get their dogs from. Is from this pattern canine, and they put these dogs through the test, man. They make them climb walls and go across ropes, and they got all kinds of obstacle courses for these dogs. And these dogs fear nothing.
Right.
They don't fear heights. They don't fear water. They don't fear nothing. And that's where my dog come from. The guy that went and picked up his dog, said that their facility, all their dogs are outside. And this is Ontario, Canada. You know, it gets pretty cold up
chilly
there.
up there.
They're just outside they got houses, and then they got a lead. They got like a 10 or 12 foot lead that they can get in, and they're outside. They want them exposed to the elements, you know, and make them tough. And the only time they get to be social is when they're training, and they get to be around other dogs. So when I first got my dog, he was Mr. Antisocial, you know, because he just didn't get it until we got him. And the first time we went into a school with him, well, it's another story for another time, but it was one of the funniest things you'd ever seen. He hadn't seen what he was exposed to that day, and he didn't know how to act. He thought this person was somebody he was supposed to catch.
Oh.
And maybe eat. I don't know.
Okay. So in other words, he snacked on the wrong individual.
He was confused. But do you have any luck over there? If you can't find it, then we'll see if we can find it another day. It's one of the coolest things you ever seen, though.
So I'm right there with you.
Like, did they drop it out of a helicopter? Or?
Out of the back of a plane or back of a Chinook helicopter. I mean, the dog just takes off running and jumps out the back of the plane.
Kind of like...
Nuh-uh. That's what we were talking about, how they deploy them from a chopper, and then they apprehend the bad guy. But this one is an actual. The dog just runs out the back of the airplane with a parachute on.
So is he on a zip a line? Is that has parachute?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so. But if you can't find it, it's no.
But
big
yeah,
deal.
like talking about them dog videos, like I like the ones where, you know, usually it's a Malinois, but he's taking off running, and then, you know, he jumps off of his handler's back, and the dog like runs up what looked to be the side of a 3-story building, and then you see him turn his head, and then he pushes himself off, and the camera's following the dog. Well, then what comes into view is this humongous long stick with a toy dangling from the top of it, and then the dog flies over to the toy, grabs the toy, and then, you know, you can see him drop down, and he's looking down, and there's his handler standing right there to catch him. And I'm like, there are so many aspects of this most humans wouldn't do. 1, climb a building. 2, jump off of a building to try to grab a toy, and then 3, trust another human being to catch you, knowing that you won't get hurt.
Exactly.
Like, that's crazy.
If you can't find it, no big deal. Let's go. If you want to pull up that first canine video that's on our list, we'll watch that one. That's a pretty good bite. I don't know. Did you ever take bites? Did you ever go down and sleeve up and take bites?
See, that's the thing with
watch this one. Stop it right there. You can always tell
where he's at.
where when the dog makes contact, because you can hear the high pitched screams coming from the bad guy. Because I don't care how bad you are, when you get bit by one,
oh yeah,
you're gonna make that little girl sound. Go ahead and play it. Oh, we got some language on here. We'll have to cancel that.
Oh, he's got that backside. Oh,
you can go ahead and stop.
Goodness.
But yeah, he got him right in the meat back there on the lower back. That's a good one. Yeah, that guy's going to think twice about running again. When you see when you see K9 on the back of one of the vehicles chasing you, you should already anticipate you're going to get bit.
It's going to be a bad day.
You're going to get bit.
But to answer your question, so yeah, I just whenever I had a dog, Abby was a single purpose. And just single purpose dope dog. Miss that dog, man. She was great. But I would go down to Huntsville every third Wednesday to train with Huntsville Canine. And that was some of the things that us, I guess not up to par, single handlers would have to do is help out the dual purpose handlers. And, you know, if you wasn't a chicken, you'd go get in the bite suit. Mm-hmm. Even with all of that protection on, it still hurt. Mm-hmm. It never failed. It hurt. Now, was it like an excruciating pain? No, I can only imagine. I've never been bit by an apprehension dog without a sleeve. But with the sleeve on, I can remember thinking so many times, I could only imagine how much this would hurt.
Oh, it still sucks. Yeah, even when they hit the sleeve.
Yeah.
I remember the one in Texas that hit the hardest wasn't the biggest dog. Oh, it was the 60, 70 pound Malinois that would hit you. You've heard the expression a fur missile.
Yep.
That's what it was, man. And he would hit you so hard. It was, I mean, I'm not a big guy, so a lot of times I went down. But even when you was ready for it, even when you turned and you squared off and you was ready for it, he'd still knock you 10 feet.
Well, I mean, it's no different, and people don't realize this. Like you said, even a small dog, 50, 60 pounds. Well, for our listeners out there, to put it in perspective, throw a sack of shelled corn at somebody around 15 or 20 miles an hour, and that's what's hitting you. They ain't just biting you, they're throwing their weight on you, so you're going to tumble, you're going to fall, you're going to get hit by the missile.
Let's look at those ones down there on the bottom. Can you pull those up? The other, there's some more K9 apprehensions.
Let's see.
Second, I think it's second from the bottom.
Oh, talking about high pitch, and you know, I know you noticed it, but like before the dog even got out of the car, you could hear him in the back whining. He knows what's fixing to happen.
Yeah. He knows when the sirens are on, and he can probably hear the stress in his handler's voice. You know, what's up? Got him. He's holding him too. Yep. Good boy. That's when you give him the good boy.
Yeah.
It sounds like the same handler, same dog, yeah.
Hands up, mother! Hands up right now! Hands up right now! Put your hands up now! Put your hands up right now!
It's too late to say you're sorry.
All right, go ahead and stop it right there. All right, in this guy's defense, if I had a full-grown shepherd locked onto me and somebody was telling me to put my hands up, I don't know that I could. That's almost like a catch-22. It's like, sir, I would love to put my hands up right now, but physically I just can't because
I'm saying you're sorry ain't going to make it any better.
I'm in pain.
Start it back.
Good boy. Don't do.
Well, he's got him on a long line.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for him.
See if we can see that behavior change.
We used to run our bomb dogs when we do area searches on a long line, and that takes some practice. He's doing a pretty good job. He's got a harness. I never did like a harness on my dog. Uh-oh. He found him. Did you see did you go back? You'll see the dog's change of behavior when he goes up those steps. You can tell he's on odor. Watch him. See his ears go up,
and
he's took the slack up in that long line. He said, "He's here, Daddy."
Where is he at?
That's epic. Yeah, does that keep playing? He's just reeling him in.
Oh, sure.
Oh, trust me. He wishes he was in football pads.
That's a good boy.
I mean, they're...
You see the handler just like reeling in a fish. He just reels him in from out under that porch.
You know,
That's
the sad
awesome.
news is there's a lot of police dogs that get hurt and killed every year. But the positive side of that is they are so worth the money. And the potential for an officer to be saved, you know, to not get hurt by the use of the canine, I love it.
Uh-oh. He locked in on it. Mm-hmm. He's caught.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not in too bad a shape. I've seen some pretty nasty bites.
Yeah.
In my days, a dog, and the difference in these dogs and how they're trained to bite and hold. Mm-hmm. Where the dog really does the damage is when he starts shaking that head. That's where they separate muscle from bone when they do that.
So did I understand you right that y'all are probably getting another dog?
We are in the market for a dog right now. We are.
Dual or single purpose?
Dual.
That's man, we need one.
We are in the market for one. If I can find one that's worth the money, then I got a call last week of one, but it's a single purpose. But it bit the last two handlers. So,
okay.
Yeah, so we're probably going to pass on him.
Hey, and that, you know, that is not necessarily a bad thing. That's one of the things that I always noticed when I went to Huntsville. And their dogs are on point. They don't use shot collar. They, you know, Mike Posey, they were trained the old-fashioned way. But it always seemed like there was a constant battle which side of the lead, you know, was in control. Mm-hmm. And
that's why obedience at a young age is utmost importance. Mm-hmm. I mean, the dog has to know. The dog has to know who's in charge. You can hit play. Oh, I just heard him.
Mm-hmm.
He's bit. The telltale sign that he's made contact. That's the number one weapon that gets more attention and more respect. It gets more respect than your sidearm.
I was just.
It gets more respect than your shotgun when you rack your shotgun.
Yes.
Nothing gets more respect
than that dog.
Than that
How many
shepherd or
times
that
in your
mountain.
career have you pulled a gun on somebody and they'd be like, "Do it, shoot me"?
Yeah.
That's some pretty good obedience just right there. Wait for it.
It's awful quiet in there.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's fixing to get a little noisy.
That little dog in the pen ain't saying nothing.
It's just wanting to leave. Oh, he's got him.
Yeah, he does. Ooh, you should have came out.
Tried to tell you.
Oh, he still got him.
Gosh.
Heck yeah. He gave him how many chances? How many opportunities? Yeah, watching canine bites is something I could do all the time.
All night.
It's
all day and night.
Do we have any on this list that is? We got any traffic stops? Let's watch a traffic stop. You know, people ask me all the time, what's the most dangerous part of being in law enforcement, being a deputy sheriff or a cop or whatever people say. Traffic stops. Domestics are right up there with them.
Right.
But traffic stops is where we encounter probably the most close calls of any part of our job, especially at night.
And it's not just with the car that we've got pulled over. It's, them 75, 100 cars passing us as we're on the side of the road with them.
Oh, yeah. You got to factor in everything. I mean, you got to factor in all of it.
Me personally, whenever I'm working traffic, I like a passenger side approach. And one of the reasons for it is that just like all them videos where the cop is on the driver's side of the vehicle and a vehicle comes by and like clips his handcuff pouch open or knocks off his radio, and and you're thinking within inches that cop came from losing his life.
That wasn't always a state law, neither.
Oh, right.
That move over law wasn't always a state law. When I worked the interstate back in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, the truck drivers, not saying anything bad about truck drivers, but they would try to hug as close as you could, knock the hat off your head.
Try to play with you a little bit.
That was the thing, and but yeah, it was. I never conducted my traffic stop from the driver's side.
Too dangerous.
Once I got comfortable on that passenger side, I never went up to that driver's side again. It was just too dangerous.
None of the ones on the list are traffic stops per se.
Okay.
Closest ones are pursuit or stopping of an already stopped car.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just just pick one. I tell you what, just pick one off that list and run with it.
You do have a shots fired at a parked vehicle.
It's never a good thing. Oh, you got Leroy up there already throwing his hands up. That's not a good sign.
Hey, how you doing, sir? You stay out here? Hey, let me see your hands, partner. What do you got? Waiting 236, hold traffic, shots fired. 8500 East 41st Street, extended stay. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hands, let me see your hands right now! Hold on. Hey, partner, don't move! Don't move! He's still got the gun in his hand. Don't move! Nicky, back off, back off. Hey, don't move!
Okay. Well, the thing that came out so strongly to me is right after the officer discharged his weapon, his composure on his radio traffic was phenomenal. He wasn't screaming like a little girl.
Probably not the first time he's been in Tulsa.
Well,
I mean,
in
it's
Tulsa.
But when he goes up on the passenger side, you can see how tinted the windows are on that vehicle, but you can still see movement in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet if he had to do all over again, he would have backed off and went around to the driver's side when he didn't get a response from that passenger side. That's just a dangerous situation right there. I mean, you look at the people to the right of him when he walks up. I wish there was more of it so we could see exactly. But go back to when he comes around to the front of the vehicle. He obviously knows something's up when he gets around there. Go back to when he goes around to the front.
You stay out here?
He said, I'm just dropping him off. And he's like trying to get away.
Yep.
At that point, he knows, the driver knows what's about to go down because you've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
He throws the door open. He said, I'm just dropping him off. And he turns around and starts walking off.
Then why are you leaving?
He knows he knows what's about to go down. Wow. You can go to the next one. That's just a really dangerous situation right there. Yeah, he did a good job.
And you know, you were talking about the tinted windows. For the most part, I'd say 98% of all cops out there agrees that tinted windows makes a vehicle look good. Okay, riding in a vehicle with tinted windows where you don't have the glare of the sun actually, works better in my opinion. But it's this reason right here is why, there are a lot of tickets wrote, is because of the danger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I would never approach a vehicle if I couldn't see all the way in it. I'd call the driver back to the rear of the vehicle. Mm-hmm. That way I'd have an idea what I had up there, how many people I had in there, if I had any kids in there. Find out a little bit about what's up there.
Drop the knife.
Let's see. Armed suspect tased within a store. Is that one you want to look at?
Sounds great. I wonder if it worked.
Drop the knife now.
Oh, yeah. You can see the knife in her hand.
Oh, it worked.
Looked like she rode the lightning.
Now! Drop it now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife now! Drop it! Get back. Back up. Drop the knife now! Drop it.
She's not doing it.
No. Boy, and he's close, too.
She's made her mind up.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop it now.
Can you pause that for just a second?
Put it down.
So what I'm thinking, that would be the perfect opportunity for a K-9 officer to walk in.
Oh, yeah.
would that not be the perfect opportunity for the case? Now, and we saw at the very beginning of it, she gets tased, I guess, towards the end of it, and I've always had mixed feelings about the use of tasers. I think a lot of the younger officers, younger deputies, younger deputies they rely too hard on the taser.
I totally agree.
And they don't go hands on first. You know, it's like the go-to. Mm-hmm. This is a perfect example of a good time to have a taser. Now, yeah, she's armed with a knife. You can plainly see it. But she hasn't made any attempt to move towards him yet. She's just standing there. She's just being non-compliant.
Right.
She hasn't made any attempt to move towards him, or she's not walking away. She's not trying to get away. She's just standing there holding her ground. The officer obviously has his firearm drawn on her right now because even though she's a big girl, she can close. What's
21 feet.
21 feet and how many?
It's like what?
Snappy fingers.
Yeah. A second and a half, 2 seconds.
Can close the distance, and we're taught that in the academy. So he's maintaining the distance away from her, but like I said, she's not being aggressive. She's just being non-compliant. You can hit play.
Down. Put the knife down. Put it down. Put the knife down. Put it down now. Put the knife down. Put it down. Drop it. Drop the knife. Put it down. Put the knife down. Put the knife down.
I don't know why he's not. All right, here comes his backup sneaking up. I don't know why he hasn't already cleared that aisle behind her and told people to stay back.
Drop the knife.
Is she pregnant? Is that just a bad angle?
Drop the knife now.
That's it.
Drop the knife.
Perfect. That worked out as good as it could have.
That's
the perfect time for a taser deployment. Perfect time.
So that looks like the same tasers that we carry.
Let's see that deployment one more time. Right at the time he hits her with it. Yeah, right here.
Drop the knife now.
That's 50,000. That's 50,000 volts right there.
That is a feeling that the brain cannot comprehend. That right there.
That's right. I agree. I've had it. You've had it. That's a good deployment. They did a good job on that one.
Man, that's a scary situation. I don't care if you got your gun out or if you got your taser out. Edged weapons. There's a reason why in the academy we have a specific round just for edged weapons. I don't know what that young lady's problem was that day, but she's lucky she got to walk away with her life.
We got time for a couple more. What about this pedestrian? There's one right here where a pedestrian helps out with looks like a foot pursuit, if I remember correctly. We was watching some of this a little bit before. That's one thing. You can stop it right there. That's one thing that we've got in our little town is we have people that'll help us.
Oh yeah.
You get in the bigger cities, you don't see a lot. People pretty much mind their own business. They've got their phone in their hand.
They're too busy doing this right here.
They're either scrolling TikTok or they're videoing, and they're not going to step in to help. I remember I had a truck driver help me with a situation one time on the interstate a long time ago, and I was glad he did, and I thanked him and told him I'd buy his lunch, but. He didn't want. He just wanted to help out. But
well, I think I told you one time before. Whenever I first got started, Dad, he was in it in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And he said, he gave me a lot of words of advice. I mean, just some good wisdom. But he said, you better take care of your truck drivers and your nurses, because I promise you, some on both sides will help you one day.
That's fact. Yeah, that's fact. All right, let's see what happens. This guy, he's decided he's going to make the officer chase him.
Oh, we're back in Tulsa again.
He's closing on him too, doing pretty good. Uh-oh, there's a pedestrian.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
That's great. Yeah, it's too late for sorries.
So don't you know that citizen went home and was like, baby, let me tell you what happened today. I mean, that dude probably talked about that for a month, and rightfully so. You know, we don't ever want good citizens to put themselves in harm's way, but at the end of the day, there's no help like some citizen help sometimes.
No, that's good stuff. Yeah, I think we're down. We're less than 5 minutes. So we got the fair coming up. What, 3 weeks?
It's what it sounds like.
2 or 3 weeks. Is it 10 days again this year?
Yes, I think it starts on a Thursday, ends on a Saturday, ends on a Sunday.
Something like that. Yeah, that's going to be a busy week. This is a busy month for the sheriff's office. There's something. Seems like there's something all the time that we've got planned up.
I always spend way too much money at the fair. Like, I have a change bucket. Every afternoon when I get home, the change in my pockets goes into this bucket. And it like the ladies at the bank, when the last couple of years I walked into the bank holding that bucket, they're like, well, it's fair time. Because, it's around, I don't know, $320, $340 is generally what I get whenever I cash this change bucket in. But, I mean, that's pretty bad when the fair now costs so much money. You have to designate a certain money bucket.
Oh yeah, it's $100 bill. It's by the time you park and get in and get your tickets and get your armbands and all that stuff, it's a $100 bill if you've got a couple of kids. But it's a good time. Everybody loves to see the fair time. It's good. You know, I enjoy just seeing all the people that I don't ordinarily get to see on a regular basis because everybody comes to the fair, so I get to see.
What's your favorite fair food?
It'd have to be the funnel cake.
The funnel cake.
Man, I'm telling you, the funnel cake is I can't pass on it. I can't pass on it.
I like them homemade dipped corn dogs with the homemade batter, and then the roasted corn on the cob. Oh my gosh, I could talking about just making money burn. I'll pay that money all day long. You know, some people be like $6 for an ear of corn. Don't understand. Sorry.
So I got a little bit of a real quick funny story. I got a call from the circuit judge yesterday. There was a guy that came in who was supposed to come in to get sentenced, right? Mm-hmm. He'd been found guilty of a crime, and they'd put off his sentence date for a couple of weeks, probably a couple of months or something. I don't know. Well, he already had one that he missed. Said he was sick or he couldn't show up for his sentencing. Well, then they gave him one. They reset it one time. Well, then he claimed he checked himself into the ER that morning because he said he slipped and fell in the shower. Well, the judge sent his attorney out there to find out what his status was. Well, he flew the coop.
Okay. Yeah,
he just decided he wasn't going. So I talked to the judge and I said, "We'll find him. We'll get him. We'll find him somewhere." So I came in this morning. As of yesterday evening, he hadn't been located yet. So I came in this morning, and I overheard a couple of my deputies talking about it. And I said, we need to get on top of him. I'm being told he's not in our county. He's going to be in a neighboring county. And they said, no, we got him. We got him last night.
Oh, really? Good job.
So, but the judge had to revoke his bond because he refused to show up for his sentencing. But anyway, he's in jail, and I guess that's probably where he needs to be.
See, the last person you want to make mad is the person that's fixing to sentence you to some jail time.
Yeah.
You don't make that guy or that lady.
No.
You don't make them mad. But
All right.
anyways,
Was a good show. We're
Good
going to
show,
start
yeah.
doing more of this. Appreciate you coming. We're going to start critiquing some more stuff, and we'll get prepared for next time.
I enjoyed it.
Great show.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming.
Have a good
Thanks,
day.
everybody.